Welcome to this Tutor to You topic video that looks at inequalities across Birmingham. This is part of Paper 2, Unit A, Urban Issues and Challenges. Birmingham is England's most income and employment deprived local authority, with around 40% of people living in the 10% most deprived areas nationally. And like other cities, there is a clear spatial divide. Inner city wards like Aston, Washwood Heath and Lozells have very high levels of deprivation. For example, some wards have over 30% unemployment, while affluent suburbs such as Sutton Four Oaks only have between 1 to 5% of households in income deprivation. There are two main causes of inequality in Birmingham. Firstly, deindustrialisation. Birmingham was once known as the workshop of the world, but it lost much of its manufacturing base in the 1970s and 80s, leading to widespread unemployment, lower incomes, a lack of investment, and persistent deprivation in inner city zones. Secondly, population growth and housing pressures. Rapid residential expansion has increased demand for housing, pushing many into poor quality, overcrowded homes. Infrastructure and services have been unable to keep up with this growth, which has intensified those inequalities in employment, education and health. Residents in deprived areas often have lower educational attainment and limited access to jobs, which widens these economic and health gaps further. Let's have a look at the inequalities in work, education and health that exist across the city. Firstly, employment patterns reflect historic industrial decline. Many deprived wards are in the inner city, where traditionally people would have worked in factories and lived in terraced housing built specifically for factory workers. That housing now tends to be mainly lived in by students, the elderly, and those on low incomes who rely on precarious jobs. Affluent areas in the suburbs, such as the Bourneville Quaker suburb pictured on the screen, tend to have people who work in higher skilled and better paid jobs. Secondly, education access differs sharply. Inner city schools are often perceived as undesirable, so they can struggle to attract families as well as good teachers, and they often have a high turnover of staff, so therefore they tend to produce lower GCSE results. Fewer students move on to higher education, which can be down to a mix of a lack of aspiration and viewing university as unaffordable. In contrast, schools in affluent areas tend to perform much better with higher exam outcomes, which obviously then exacerbates that wealth gap further. Thirdly, health disparities are evident between inner city areas and the suburbs. Chronic conditions disproportionately affect deprived communities, which can be linked to poorer diet, being less active, alcohol and substance use, poor housing conditions, and a lack of access to support services. There are also big differences in life expectancy across the city. Public health reports show a gap of 10.6 years for men and 8.2 years for women between Shard End, which is the most deprived ward, and Sutton Four Oaks, which is the least deprived ward in Birmingham. Let's finish off by thinking about Birmingham's most affluent and least affluent neighbourhoods. The most affluent wards in Birmingham are Hall Green South, 7 Sutton Coldfield wards and North Edgbaston. They have low levels of deprivation with high incomes, high owner occupancy, better educational outcomes and longer life expectancy. Sutton Coldfield in particular is often described as one of central England's most desirable and prestigious residential areas. On the flip side, 27 of Birmingham's 69 wards fall within the most deprived 10% of neighbourhoods nationally. These include Balsall Heath West, with around 51% of residents working in lower skilled occupations, Drury's Heath, which is the most deprived area in Birmingham and is pictured on the screen and is amongst the top 50 most deprived areas nationally, Aston, which is ranked the 11th most deprived ward in Birmingham, with around 57.8 economically active, which is well below the city average and an average income of 35% below the British average income, and Castle Vale, which is a large-scale post-war estate that became notorious for high crime, poor housing and low educational outcomes. For example, GCSE attainment is roughly half the city average, with only 8% progressing into further education. That concludes this Tutor to You topic video focusing on inequality in Birmingham. Thank you for watching.